tell you about the time, oh, just after I got out of Marine Corps recon indoctrination. I come home. There was a bunch of us guys. We got together and haven't seen them for a while. And they wanted to go to this Cherries Jubilee in Harmerville. It's up the river from where we live. It's a big carnival that comes to town every year around the 4th of July. We went up. We were hanging out and, you know, drinking a few beers. Nothing big. We come upon this one area at the end of the carnival tents where we heard a lot of commotion and saw a guy coming back, real big guy, burly guy, but he looked like he got, you know, pushed around a little bit. Wasn't real stable. We walked up and here's this display where you could fight this chimpanzee for 10 bucks. You give him $10, the carny guy, he's really hustling it, and you get 50 bucks back if you can stay in that cage for 3 minutes. Now this cage was like plexiglass. It wasn't a cage with bars, and it had a ring actually painted around it like you were in a fighter's ring. So you go up, you give the guy 10 bucks, and he brings the chimp out. I don't know what his name was, Alfred, Allie, something. And the chimp's got a muzzle on, which should have been my first hint. And you have 2 scales there. Now he makes the big show, like these are 2 fighters. They're gonna go in there, and he yells my name out, chimpanzee's name. And we get on the scale like a weigh-in. And then when he gets off the scale, he gives the chimp a bottle of Coke, one of those little bottles. He offers me one. Well, I'm not drinking the Coke. I hand it right back to him. Chimp just takes that sucker right down, looks at me, and jumps in the cage in the plexiglass viewing area. I got in there, and this chimpanzee reaches over to like grab me, and I kind of like was going to wrestle him because I wrestled in high school and I have some close quarters combat experience. And it was the hand of the devil himself, man. I thought both my bones were going to get, I never felt anything that strong, and I've wrestled many guys and I put some guys down, but this was strength that I've not felt before. And he flings me around kind of like Raggedy Andy there for us. I've just never been tossed like that. And once he knocks you down, he runs up into the corner and puts his feet and places them and comes at you straight out of this corner, which is about 8 feet high. And he's coming at you like, geez, oh man, he hits you like a truck. Knocks you down, starts throwing you around. You're trying to punch him and throw back, but I mean, he's just strong. I grabbed a hold of him a few times and he was flinging me around. And when I hit him on the back, it was like hitting wood. I never felt anything like that before. And he's banging me around and pushing me, and finally I roll over in the corner and I go down, and I decided to fetal position up. And when I did that, he stopped and he backed right off. And I went, wow, what is that? He's not going to finish me? And I decided, well, I'll get right back up. And then he comes right at me again, goes up into the corner, does that flying leap off the wall. And I mean, he hit me like, you know, some linebacker knocking down a halfback. And I'm just hanging on to him. Now he's got his head on him and he's got that muzzle on, and that leather's rubbing into my neck from the muzzle, like he knows what he's doing. And I cannot get away from this thing. Finally he lets go and then pushes, he kind of doesn't punch, he kind of hits you hard with his open hand. Knocks me down to the ground. I go into the fetal position again. And I hear people cheering, and they're cheering for the chimp, not me. They want the chimp to finish me, but as soon as I go into that fetal position, he stops. And I thought, I got something. All of a sudden, I got a strategy. So I get up, give him a couple of quick, now I could kick him. He didn't like that. He felt the kicks, I could see that. And it's getting time, and they're starting to count the time off, because now it's getting down. It's past that. It's almost 2 minutes, and I got about a minute to go. I got to hold this sucker off. So I'm taking some punishment, and finally, he throws me into the corner, and it got a couple of seconds left. I go into the fetal position, he backs off, and then I jump up and go after him, and he comes right at me. Just as he hits me, the timer went off, the bell went off, and I beat his ass. Well, I got beat up, but I went the distance. Made Rocky look bad with a chimpanzee. Don't fuck with a chimpanzee, especially if you know, you value your life and your body and your limb.